Hey everyone, this is Hart, and this is just going to be a little kind of vlog update type video for you, just to tell you what's going on. Well, the first thing I should really say is that just this morning for me, I checked my account and I hit 100 subscribers, so yay! Thanks guys! It means a lot to me that like 100 people think I'm worth listening to, so it's very validating, and I'm thankful to each and every one of you that listens, and I'll keep trying to make really good videos to keep you interested. Yeah, I just recently finished Community Pom. I kind of just did that on a whim. I was feeling down, as I mentioned in the first video of it, and I just kind of needed something to cheer me up, so I just went with Community Pom. And then it's not too long a game and it's pretty fun, so I managed to get through all of it in a few days, and I thought I might as well just finish it while I'm here, sort of thing. And then yesterday I put up another few parts for Suiko Gaiden, which means that I'm through to the final episode. There's 4 episodes in the first volume. Not super 100% happy with the way I translated all of it. I have to say it's probably harder than actually translating, because it's more like interpreting, which I think are two different skills. Because translating, you can check your dictionary, you can write stuff, you can rearrange things, you can go back and change stuff if you decide you want to, whereas when you're interpreting, you kind of just have to do it all on the fly. So it's I would say it's probably more difficult, but it's also just a very different skill. So whereas I'm a little bit more confident when it comes to translating, because I can sit there and sort of mess around with the stuff that I'm translating until I get it the way I want it. When I'm interpreting, first of all, if there's a word I don't know, or if I don't know what a phrase means, that's hard. Usually you can work it out from context, but occasionally, especially with idiomatic phrases, you're just like, I have no idea what this is supposed to mean. Like in Suiko Gaiden, there was some phrase about bug drying, and it means to air something out, and it was used in a metaphorical sense. So from the context, I was like, bug drying. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. So idioms always get you, and then even when you understand everything that's being said, Japanese is completely different to English in that the syntax is the other way around. The verb comes at the end of the sentence, so you have to read all the way to the end of the sentence to get the verb, and then you have to pick up the subject from the beginning, and then the objects kind of come all in the middle. And then you've got to put it into English, which is subject, verb, object. So the whole grammar is different. The order of things is completely different. So it's a lot to kind of remember. When you're translating, you can write stuff down a little bit, so it's less work. But when you're interpreting, you just have to keep it all in your head and then say it before you forget what was happening at the beginning of the sentence. And Japanese is notorious for having really long sentences or really long relative clauses sometimes, so it can be a bit of a pain. But anyway, it's good practice, and I can't say that I'm getting more confident in it necessarily, but I suppose it's one of those things you just need to keep trying to get any better at it. So then hopefully I'll be able to finish the last episode of Suiko Gaiden. There's probably about another 8 videos or so. That's about, on average, what it's taking me per episode. I'm not really sure how long the final episode is. And then I'm not really sure what I'll do after that, because I still have Little Master is ongoing, but I've kind of fallen out of love with that game a little bit. Not with the game itself, but just with my LP of it. I don't think there's anything really wrong with my LP, it's just, it's a lot of work. And there are games that I love more that I'd rather spend time translating. Because there are other games like Dragon Force 2, which I've been helping to translate, which I'd rather spend all the time I'd spent on Little Master on Dragon Force 2 instead. I'd spend my time that way, because Little Master's fun, but the fact that I'm deciding to translate everything and subtitle everything, and the fact that the game itself kind of takes a long time to play through, it's a good game, like, don't get me wrong, means that I'm kind of a little bit reluctant to get started on that again, just because I know it's a lot of work. I may or may not take that up again. I may put it on in an indefinite hiatus. I may pick it up again, but without translating it. I doubt very much that I'll go back to the subtitling that I was doing, just because I was looking at how much of the game I have left. I think I'm up to chapter 14 or something, and it's more than 100 parts already, I think, or somewhere near that. And I think there are 40 chapters altogether in that game, so I'm barely over a quarter of the way through, which is a little bit discouraging, I think. But so unless I can be convinced otherwise, I might not touch that again for a while. And then the other thing that's unfinished is 24 Hours in a Haunted Mansion, and I don't feel so bad about leaving that one hanging, because the nature of the game is that it repeats itself over and over, because you're sort of intended to die and then have to start again a little bit stronger. It's almost like grinding, and I don't really mind, because the story changes so many times in that, and my sister and I were playing that together, and we've never been able to get very far. And besides, my sister's not here right now, so I wouldn't want to play it without her anyway. And it doesn't really lose much from not having reached the end of the game. I've actually never reached the end of the game in real life anyway. I've gotten a bit further than I have in my LP of it with my sister, but not a lot further. And again, it's not that interesting because it's just walls and walls of text. I mean, it's fun for me and anyone who can read Japanese, but because there's not that much going on, and it's not like Genso Suiko Gaiden where you recognize the characters and things. So I don't feel so bad about leaving that out. As much as I'm one of those people who says, you should finish what you start and stuff. Well, I'm not prescribing anything, but I think I should always try to finish what I start, because otherwise I'd never finish anything. So, in terms of what I do next, I'm not really sure. I want to do something special for my 100 subscribers, like a little special to say thank you to you guys. I don't really know what I should do. If anyone has any ideas, I haven't really given it much thought yet, so I'm going to sit on it for a little while and see if anything comes to mind. So yeah, that was all I really wanted to update you on with LPs. What's happening in my life, in case you were interested. I'll be going to Japan on, what's the date today? The 19th. I'm not going on the 19th, today is the 19th. I'll be going on the 29th, so in like 10 days. I'm going for about 2 weeks. I'll be going back to Kyoto first for like a week, a little over, and then I'll go up and meet my older sister in Tokyo. And then once we're done up there, I'm gonna actually go back to Kansai for a bit and then fly home from there, is the plan anyway. Things might change, I don't know. So I'm pretty excited. I'm really glad to be going back to visit my old friends in Kyoto, and I already have a place to stay and stuff, so like my friend's like, yeah, you can totally stay at my place, so that's really cool. Yeah, and it's been, a year since I was last back, so it'll be nice to catch up with everyone, and Japan's a really great place. It'll be beginning of December, so it's going to be really cold, especially in Kyoto, but I suppose there's nothing I can really do about that. I don't have a coat with me, so I'm going to have to go buy a coat as soon as I get there. I'm just going to have to wear all my jumpers and run to the shop or something. That's okay, I'll just go to Uniqlo or something and just get a cheap coat. That's not a big deal. And then what else? Oh, my friend from Japan should be coming here. He's the one who's on exchange in Australia. I was able to send my frequent flyer points to him, so he should be able to use those points to come and stay with us for Christmas, which is cool. And then my little sister's coming home for Christmas, and my older sister hopefully will come home for Christmas too, but she might be kind of busy with work and stuff, so my dad's trying to convince her to come home. It'd be nice if she did, but I don't know. What else? There are loads of monkeys that keep coming into our, my bedroom is upstairs, at the back of the house, and there's all these trees that kind of hang over our back wall, and there are these I've forgotten what they're called, my mum knows, they're like silver-tailed monkeys, or silver leaf monkeys, I think. They're not too big, they're about maybe 3 feet high, the biggest ones, but they're kind of dangerous because they'll bite you and can break your fingers off and stuff. The baby ones are really cute though, but they often come up really close behind our house, and they were there this morning, and luckily our dogs can either smell them or hear them, and they always run out and bark at them at the back wall so that they don't actually come any closer into our house, because in the past they have actually come inside and broken stuff and eaten all of our bananas. Go figure. What else? Oh, I pierced my ear last night. So I have another piercing in my right ear. Actually, that's a good point. None of you know what I look like. Well, actually, a couple of you know what I look like, but you know who you are, kind of thing. Not as my 100 subscriber thing, but just as an interesting thing. Because you know how when you're listening to someone's voice, it kind of conjures up. You kind of automatically imagine a little bit what that person might look like. I wonder what you guys think I look like. Obviously, from me having talked about some things like about my family and not so much where I live, I don't think I've mentioned that explicitly, but where I go to school and stuff. Actually, I don't even think I've even mentioned that, but you might be able to tell a little bit about me from little things I've mentioned. I don't know actually, but I'd be interested to know what you think I look like. So at your leisure, if you want to type in the comments, just from listening to my voice, what you think I might look like. I'd be intrigued to know. Yeah, that's kind of neat. And in the meantime, while you guys are thinking about that, I'm gonna think of something that I can do for my 100 subscribers. Okay, so yeah, thanks again for 100 subscribers. It means a lot to me. Like, I never really thought. I just kind of really wanted to do LPs because it seemed like a neat, fun thing to do, and I was like, oh, I can do something for this community. I can do Japanese stuff, and then people will get to see these games they haven't otherwise seen. And then when people are watching it as well and are happy to follow what I'm doing, then it's quite touching. So yeah, thanks guys. Yeah, that's all I really need to say. So this is kind of a little bit rambly, but because I'm kind of a little bit at a loose end. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do next, but I at least wanted to let you know that I'm going to try and think of something. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. I've been Hot, and have a nice day.